As the holiday season begins, let's pause for a moment of calm. So find your mat, come to a comfy seat, and let's reset together. All right, so let's start seated, ideally with the legs crossed, or you can pop your feet on the floor. But either way, we're going to rest our hands on our knees and feel free to sit on a cushion or a Pilates block if that helps you, because we're going to try and sit nice and tall, okay, and find our neutral posture. So let's relax the shoulders, very gently lift the breastbone up so that lengthens your spine and places the shoulder blades more or less flush with your back. So you want to be sitting on your sit bones, those little bony parts underneath each of your glutes. Now let's just keep the chin level with the floor, crown of the head towards the ceiling. And now we're going to focus on a little bit of breathing before we start to warm up. So feel free to close your eyes if you like. We're going to be inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. All right, so when you're ready, nice big deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. And again, big deep breath. When you exhale, release that tension from the neck and shoulders. One more time, big deep breath. Exhale, relax your jaw. Perfect. All right, now you're going to draw your navel very gently toward your spine. Hold it there, so you've just fired up your abdominal muscles. You're going to keep breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. But now we're going to start to warm up shoulders first. So next time you inhale, lift the shoulders up. You're going to take them back, round and down, forward, round and up. Nice and slowly. Again, just getting rid of any tension around the neck and the shoulder region. Good. We're going to go in the opposite direction whenever it feels right for you. Okay, so just pause and go the other way. So breathing in to come up, breathing out to come down. Good, it should feel really nice. Last one here. Fab. Okay, we're going to come out of the seated position now and into all fours. So if you carefully come onto your hands and knees, somewhere around the center of your mat. So you want your hands under your shoulders, knees under hips, shoulders back and down. We've got a nice lengthened and neutral spine. And you've got your head in line with the spine as well, so looking at the floor. Now let's draw the navel up, keep your core engaged. We're just going to go for a nice little cat and cow. So on your next exhale, tuck the tailbone gently under, draw the navel up, round the upper back and nod the chin. And then inhale to lift the tailbone, let the rib cage sink down and gently gaze up. So we exhale, lead with the tailbone as we go into this lovely cat position. And inhale as we go into the cow. We're just going to go one more in each direction. A little bit of mobility for the spine. It's quite a nice relaxing exercise as well. So we're going to come back to neutral around about here. Okay, now next, you're going to tuck your tailbone gently under, and then you're going to take your hips to the right. Then lift the tailbone to go over to the left, and tuck the tailbone back under to come back to the start position, and then go the other way. So what I'm getting you to do here is draw circles with your tailbone in opposite directions. So this should feel really relaxing around the lower back, just releasing the facet joints and just generally making you feel a bit looser. Get rid of any tension around the lower back area. Okay, last ones, we'll go one more in each direction, and we are going to be staying in all fours for the next movement. But if you do need to just give your wrists a little shake out, you absolutely can do. Okay, and reset yourself, shoulders back and down. Let's lengthen through the spine again and keep the navel drawn in. Okay, so you're going to take your left arm very gently out to the side and reach up. Now take a nice breath in and then exhale to bring it round. You're going to place the back of the hand on the floor and thread it underneath the right shoulder. Take the left shoulder right down to the floor if you can, and then breathe in to reach back up. Now we're going to go again. Exhale, round and through, nice and gentle, bending the right elbow to take the left shoulder down. And then back up. We're just going to go one more. Okay, so breath in first. Exhale, round and through. Good. And then you can place your hand back down on the floor. We're going to go to the other side, okay? So try and keep your spine straight throughout. And then we're going to take the right arm out gently to the side. Breathe in and reach up. And then exhale, round and through, sliding the back of the hand along the floor, underneath the left shoulder. And breathe in to reach up. Nice stretch for the mid to lower back area. Really opening up the chest. So we've got some gentle rotation of the spine. Good. There's a little bit of shoulder strengthening there as well. Okay, let's come back to the start position. And if you just tuck your tailbone under, sit back on your heels, reach your arms forward, relax your head, and just breathe. Enjoy that little shell stretch. Okay, and then if you just come onto your hands and knees again, walk forward slightly toward the end of your mat, then come to seated, feet down, so legs in a crook position, which is knees and feet hip width apart. We're back on our sit bones, sitting tall with the shoulders relaxed and back and down. Now we're going to roll back into supine next. Okay, so we just take hold of the back of your knees, take a nice deep breath in through the nose. On that exhale through the mouth, you're drawing the navel in and we're jumping off the sit bones. Lower the ribs to the hips, lean back with the shoulders, let go of the knees, and you can roll back into a full body stretch. So let's stretch through the arms and legs, wiggle the fingers and the toes, and just flex your ankles. Good. Now pop your arms down by your sides, feet on the floor, and just get yourself nice and comfortable, relaxing the shoulders and the hips. All right, let's take a nice deep breath in again. And exhale, engage the core. So gently draw the navel in. You're gonna hold it there. Okay, let's do a few pelvic tilts. This is very gently rocking the pelvis forwards and backwards, nice and slowly. Okay, and we're gonna do it in time with our breathing. So we inhale to rock forward, exhale back. On that forward tip, you're just making a gap between the back and the floor, or the lower back and the floor. And we're closing the gap as you tuck the tailbone under and just rock the pelvis gently backwards. Releasing tension, okay? So if you've got areas that feel a little tender or a little bit tight around the lower back, it's not just around the neck and shoulders that we create tension. It can manifest around the lower back as well. Okay, now we're going to relax that, but keep the navel drawn in and press your lower back very gently down. So you're imprinting your spine. You can feel your abdominals have tightened slightly. Okay, now with your hands, if you just gently place them underneath your bottom, and then you're going to bring the legs into tabletop. So that's knees above the hips, shins level with the floor. We're just going to do some gentle core activation using toe taps. So you can start by tapping the right toes down and then the left. Okay, so keep the pelvis still, use the imprinting technique, go nice and slowly. Okay, so we exhale, tap, inhale, return, keeping the angle at the knee at 90 degrees. So it's the hip that's moving. All right, we hinge in the hip to tap the toes down. Very gentle core activation. Good. All right, let's just go for another 4 from here. Good. 3, 2, and 1. We're coming back. We're going to give the knees a little squeeze. Give them a hug. Circle them around just a couple of times in each direction. Lovely. And then you can place your feet back down on the floor so the knees and feet are hip width apart, and have your arms back down by your sides. Okay, so palms down, shoulders back and down. Keep the navel drawn in, and we're going to go into shoulder bridge. So let's take a lovely big deep breath. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, lift the hips and roll up through the spine toward the shoulders. Breathe in and roll down and tip your pelvis forward, just gently. And then we're going again, nice and steady, rolling up through the spine, releasing the facet joints. Feel nice and relaxed as we very gently firing up the back of the legs into the glutes. And again, we're using the shoulders and the arms to help us support ourselves. Last couple. Lovely. And then our last one coming up. And then when we roll down from this one, Keep the navel drawn in and the lower back pressed gently down. All right, you're going to bring your legs back to tabletop, so knees above hips, shins level with the floor. Let's take our arms all the way back, and then we're going to try and come to seated using the assisted roll up. So take that lovely deep breath in as you start to reach up. Exhale, take hold of the back of the legs and rock yourself to seated tall. When you're there, give those shoulders a gentle roll, and then you're going to come to a kneeling position, ready to take some nice deep breaths in and out before we come to the end of the session. All right, so sit tall, shoulders back and down. Let's keep the navel drawn in. Take a big deep breath as you reach up and exhale, arms down. And again, big deep breath. Exhale down. Last time. Fabulous. Well done. I hope you're feeling better, a little bit calmer, less tense. Just notice how your body feels. I really hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, remember to give the video a like and subscribe, and think about sharing this video with somebody who you think might benefit from a little bit of tension relief. All right, thanks for moving with me today, and I'll see you again in the next one. Take care. Bye.